So step one in our recovery recovery series, you need lacrosse ball or baseball, golf ball, whatever works. I want you to start by just rolling out your feet. So everything starts with your foot. When you run, as soon as you take off the ground, your foot is what hits the ground first. So you gotta take care of it. So whenever you hit a tight spot, or like a knotted spot, I want you to spend a little bit of time on there. And then go for about 30 to 45 seconds each side. And then afterwards, I want you to start kind of moving your toes around the ball. So start articulating your feet over and around the ball. And again, just try and do this every day ideally, but if you have to do it every other day, that's fine. Step two is our terminal knee extensions. We do this a lot with our track group as part of our movement prep. So again, just a way to kind of get the muscles of the big toe going and work on the ankle as well. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have one foot back behind the other. So you're in a split stance. Have your big toe lined up with your heel in the front leg. You're gonna lift that big toe up in the back leg, and you're gonna bend your knee as far as you can without your big toe dropping, like so. Bend and extend, bend and extend. While you're doing this, you want to make sure you keep your butt tight and keep your abs engaged. So you're gonna do 5 each side. So now that we got our feet taken care of, we're now going to proceed to your glutes. So we're going to start off with bilateral glute hip bridge. It's a 2-foot glute hip bridge. Have your knees at about 90 degrees. Head on the ground. So you're going to keep your glutes tight all the way through. I want you to flex your abs while you're doing this. Push your feet into the ground and control on the way down. So when you're doing this, you want to keep your knees from going in or pushing out as you go up and down. So go only as high as you can and don't try to force it. If you feel in your back, stop just before that point. So extend, down, extend, and down. The second part of that is your unilateral or single leg glute hip thrust. So up, down, and then you're going to switch legs, down, up, down. So my hip mobility sucks, and my glutes still need a bit of work, but the ideal scenario is that your trunk and the front of your leg go up to parallel. So the second So we're going to do our glute kickbacks. A lot of times when people do this, they literally just swing their leg up and down. So when you're doing this, I want to make sure you have a lot more control. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down to a 4-point stance. You're going to pull your wrists. You're going to think about pulling your wrists and your knees together. So you want to slide them across the floor towards each other. Flex your feet, and from this position, you're going to contract and hold your abs tight and keep your glutes tight as well. And you're going to push up towards the ceiling and then back down. So you only want to go as high as you can without your back doing that. So I'll do a couple. And those are your glute kickbacks. Okay, now that we got the glute stuff done with, I want you to work on your trunk. So your hip stabilizers, as well as your obliques. If you have any shoulder issues, you can't do this, or it might bug you. So check with your physio, chiro, whoever at first. So we're gonna do side plank, and we're gonna do. I just want you to hold it. So when you're in this position, your body should be straight. Okay, you can stack your feet if you want. You can have 1 foot forward but you want your elbow underneath the shoulders, and then you're gonna lift the hip up, and you're gonna hold this position for as long as you can with control. So if you start to do this, that's it, exercise is done. And again, you wanna make sure that everything is a straight line. So you wanna make sure that your hips are not doing this or not doing this. If that's too much for you, you're gonna modify it by bending your knees, hold them back, still hold a straight line, and you're gonna come up and hold that same position. Again, if that's still too much, you're gonna drop your butt down, or drop your hips down to the floor, and then you're gonna extend again. So you're gonna come up to the top. Again, back down, and back up. Ab exercise is going to be a V-twist with a trunk rotation. So I'll give you different options for this depending on what you're able to control. Okay, so again, the focus here is stability and not quantity of repetition. And that's something that we're going to work on. So you're going to sit back, you're going to lean back about 45 degrees. My knees are bent, hands are on the ground, chest is up tall. So you're going to use whatever variation you can do without rounding your back. So chest up tall, you're going to have one arm out in front of you, you're going to rotate, reach the floor behind you, come back to the middle, chest up tall, rotate, and back down. If that's too challenging, you're just going to straighten your legs out and lean back. Same idea, going to make it a little bit easier. If you're on the stronger side, you're going to lift your legs up, rotate, and rotate. Good. And that's it.